Hello students, this is our chapter Molecular Basis of Inheritance part 7. Today we'll study replication and the enzyme involved in the process of replication. Replication in eukaryotes occurs in the nucleus during S phase of the cell cycle. It is semi-discontinuous in eukaryotes. In prokaryotes, replication takes place in the cytoplasm. DNA replication in bacteria occurs prior to fission. So DNA replication process is a complex multi-step process which involves a lot many enzymes and a lot many steps are there. Let's study in the next slide. Each newly synthesized molecule contains one parent template strand and one new daughter strand, as we have studied in the Mendelssohn and Stahl experiment. Replication begins at particular spot called origin of replication or ORI site. Bacterial and viral DNA has a single origin of replication, but in eukaryotic DNA, there is a number of origin of replications. So it has several replicating segments or replicones or multi-repliconic. In the absence of ORI, replication will not occur. So first step will be origin of replication. Second step is activation of deoxyribonucleotides. And third step is exposure of parent DNA strands. So enzyme helicase, which is unwindase, means it unwinds the two templates, acts over the ORI site and unwinds the two strands of DNA by destroying the hydrogen bonds. We have studied earlier that adenine and thymine are having double hydrogen bonds and cytosine and guanine are having triple hydrogen bonds. So unwinding of DNA molecule into two strands result in the formation of a Y-shaped structure called replication fork. So these exposed single strands are stabilized with the help of single strand binding proteins SSBP. Due to unwinding, a supercoiling gets developed on the end of DNA opposite to replication fork. This tension is released by enzyme topoisomerase. In prokaryotes, instead of topoisomerase, the enzyme is present called gyrase. GYRASE, gyrase enzyme is present. Then formation of RNA primer. At the free third end of one strand and fork end of second strand, a small strand of RNA is synthesized with the help of RNA dependent enzyme RNA polymerase or primase. The synthesized RNA is called RNA primer. It's a small 4 to 12 nucleotides long RNA primer, functions as 5 end of the new strand to be synthesized. It provides 3OH group for joining of DNA nucleotides. So the two separated DNA strands in the area of replication fork now function as their nitrogenous bases, attract complementary phosphorylated nucleotides, as we have studied activation of new deoxyribonucleotides. Then this enzyme pyrophosphate removes the 2-phosphate from phosphorylated nucleotides and change them into monophosphate state. So new strand formation takes place. It requires DNA polymerase 3, which was invented by Kornberg and in prokaryotes. And DNA polymerase 3 is a complex enzyme having 7 subunits. So it's next, these are strands as you're watching in the diagram. In 5 to 3 strand against 3 to 5 strand, the strand which is formed, that is continuous, and in 5 to 3 strand, which is new strand, is formed, that is having small strands, means these small strands are called Okazaki fragments, and the strand which is continuously formed, that is called leading strand, and the strand which is formed in small fractions, that is called lagging strand. So these Okazaki fragments are joined together with the help of DNA ligase. Ligase means glue, which glues the two templates of DNA. So DNA ligase helps to ligate the two strands of DNA. This slide is showing the different enzymes involved here. First of all, helicase, which I have told you earlier. Helicase helps in the unwinding of the two strands of DNA. Then single stranding binding proteins expose single strands को stabilize करता है. और फिर next है primase. Primase is the enzyme which is with the help of DNA dependent enzyme RNA polymerase or primase enzyme is used to synthesize RNA primer, and RNA primer is a small 4 to 12 nucleotides long which helps in the formation of new DNA strands. Now next is DNA dependent DNA polymerase enzyme 1, DNA dependent polymerase enzyme 2, and DNA dependent polymerase enzyme 3. So these are having different functions. DNA 1 is polymerization, and 3 to 5 proofreading, 5 to 3 exonuclease activity, and DNA polymerase 2 is having DNA repair functions. If there is any problem, then it going proofreading करता है उसको, उसके बारे में पढ़ता है, और अगर कोई problem है तो उसको ठीक करता है. DNA polymerase 3 is having primary replication enzyme. Then the enzyme is ligase. Ligase is it's also called DNA glue, which helps to ligate the two strands of DNA. Topoisomerases, I have already told you, topoisomerases that if the tension and when unwinding of DNA fork takes place, then a tension is created, and then this tension is released by enzyme topoisomerase is present in the eukaryotes, and in prokaryotes for this purpose DNA gyrase is present, so which does the function of topoisomerase in the prokaryotes. This I have told you earlier, but its origin of replication, its specific site. 100 of Y-shaped replication forks are produced in eukaryotes, but in prokaryotes only single origin of replication is present, so a single replication fork is produced. I have told you the function of helicase, single-stranded binding proteins, and topoisomerases in the previous slide. This is step elongation. You can pause your video and read about leading strand and lagging strand. This is step elongation. You can pause your video and read about leading strand and lagging strand. So this is the step termination. DNA ligase, I have told you already that it joins the two Okazaki fragments with phosphodiester bonds to produce a continuous chain. Next is proofreading. Wrong base is sometimes introduced during replication. The frequency is 1 in 10,000. DNA polymerase 3 is able to sense the same. It goes back, removes the wrong base, allows addition of proper base, and then proceeds forward. However, even DNA polymerase 3 is unable to distinguish uracil from thiamine, so that it is often incorporated in place of thiamine. Such a mismatching is corrected by a means of number of enzymes. So DNA polymerase 1 removes a mismatched or wrong nucleotides if present and synthesize a correct replacement by using intact strand as template. The newly formed segment is sealed by DNA ligase. This slide is showing different template strands, replication fork, and different enzymes which are used here. Okazaki fragments, lagging strand, leading strand, and you can pause the video and you can recap all the enzymes and the process involved here. Again, this slide is showing a detailed diagram how the process of replication takes place. See, parent DNA, replication fork is formed, then helicase enzyme unwinds the double helix, then single-stranded binding proteins make the templates available to RNA primase and DNA polymerase 3. Then RNA primer makes primer, and then leading strand is formed. Leading strand which is continuous in the 5 to 3 direction, and then lagging strand is formed which is discontinuous in this 5 to 3 direction, and then it's joined together with the help of DNA ligase. Now you can pause the video and learn what I have told you in the previous slide. This slide is telling about origin of replication, ORI site, and enzyme, the function of enzyme helicases, and single-stranded binding proteins, and DNA polymerases. This is again which I have told you. DNA polymerase 3 always synthesize new strand in 5 to 3 direction. The synthesis of new strand for the parent template strand having 3 to 5 and is continuous. The strand is called leading strand, and the synthesis of new strand for the parent template strand having 5 to 3 and is discontinuous, and it's called a lagging strand, and the fragments are called Okazaki fragments. During the formation of Okazaki fragments, RNA primer first synthesizes RNA primer. So as I have told you earlier, DNA polymerase 3 continues the synthesis of Okazaki fragment in 5 to 3 direction, and DNA ligase helps it to join together the Okazaki fragments. DNA polymerase 2 once again checks and repairs the errors occurs in the new strand. That's proofreading of all these, it takes place by the help of DNA polymerase 2. The enzymes are highly efficient enzymes which are used in the DNA replication, as they have to catalyze polymerization of a large number of nucleotides in a very short time. Escherichia coli has only 4.6 into 10 raised to power 6 base pair, as we know earlier, as compared to human whose diploid content is 6.6 into 10 raised to power 9 base pairs, completes the process of replication within 38 minutes. That means the average rate of polymerization has to be approximately 2000 base pairs per second. Any mistake during replication would result into mutations. Furthermore, energetically replication is a very expensive process. So in this diagram, in this slide, you can see 3 to 5 end and 5 to 3 end, that both the ends are complementary to each other. Now this is a question for you. What would be the complementary DNA strand for the following DNA sequence? It's in 5 to 3 direction, and you have to calculate the direction of 3 to 5 complementary strand.